Hey guys, it is Jack here, that vegan dad. I have a bit of an identity crisis at the moment. Starting to feel that the term vegan has kind of lost its meaning along the way. It's kind of confusing to see what is vegan and what isn't vegan these days, what's plant-based and what isn't plant-based as well. There's been a couple things recently that kind of made me question whether certain things are vegan. You know, I'm eating grilled at the moment. They have these vegan burgers available, but technically, is this item vegan? Because the company isn't actually vegan. They have available meat products, technically is grilled vegan. According to the Vegan Society, the term vegan means veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude as far as is possible and practical all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing and any other purposes. Adding to this as well, Vegan Australia have a very broad set of standards. The product must not contain any ingredients derived from animals. Animal products must not be used in the manufacturing process. The product and its ingredients must not be tested on animals by the manufacturer or a related entity. Any ingredients that may be of animal origin must be traceable, supply chain, reasonable steps must be taken to minimize cross-contamination. Those are those very broad standards there, and that kind of, you know, can be taken in any way, whether certain products, certain businesses are vegan friendly. But today I wanted to talk about that kind of vegan label and whether, you know, certain things should be called vegan and whether we should be opting for more of a plant-based label. So I would be, in turn, become the plant-based dad. Anyway, I'm going to be eating some grilled today and having a little bit of chat about this topic that has come up recently for me, whether to call myself vegan or plant-based. So let's get into it right now. So this has come up recently because I posted a video not too long ago and a comment came up about palm oil. So palm oil is one of those very touchy subjects, whether palm oil is vegan friendly. I guess in the sense from ethical vegans, it is not vegan friendly because palm oil is very, very damaging to the rainforest and the inhabitants that live in those rainforests, like the orangutans everyone is well aware of. So technically speaking, that isn't vegan friendly. You know, you are affecting and impacting a massive species of animals by ripping out and sourcing palm oil. While I agree on this, you know, it is very damaging, you know, and whether it is vegan or not is another question, because, you know, where do you stop really? Because every single food source that we eat and survive on, fruit and veg, it is stripping a lot of species from their natural habitat, clearing all this land to make room for soy, clearing all this land to make room for a lot of fruit and veg. Where do you draw the line there to see if, you know, certain products aren't vegan friendly? How they currently are sourcing soybeans is questionable as well. So what, do we just not have tofu anymore because of that reason? That's linked to palm oil. Palm oil is damaging to the rainforest, and so is soybeans as well. You know, that's the same with apples. You could say it's about any sort of fruit and veg that we are currently having. We are stripping land to make room for these resources for us to eat and even to house us as well. A lot of our houses where we're currently situated, a lot of natural environments had to be stripped to make room for these lands. So unless you are living off the grid, totally off the grid, you know, sourcing your own food, it is kind of begs the question, where do you draw the line of whether certain things are vegan and aren't vegan? And unfortunately as well, we know big corporations are very money driven, so, you know, we move away from palm oil products. It won't take long until big companies move on from palm oil and just get onto that next easy to obtain product and just milk the crap out of that as well. It is really great to see a lot of companies, a lot of big companies getting on the vegan bandwagon, but the problem with this is a lot of these companies that are jumping on this vegan bandwagon aren't actually vegan companies. You know, I'm eating grilled now, they've got a few vegan options now. There's a lot of other businesses coming out with vegan options vegan friendly options which aren't vegan businesses. Another perfect recent example is the Natural Confectionery Co. releasing out vegan lollies, which is really interesting. It does say vegan on it, but the problem is they're actually manufactured in the same factory as their other lollies, which aren't vegan, which have beef gelatin in it. So where do you draw the line there? You got some cross-contamination there, and then can you really technically say that that product is actually vegan? But that runs back to the Vegan Australia's certificate to get that vegan label on your product. There's a very broad standards where you just try to eliminate as best as possible cross-contamination. Are we just kind of stretching the rules a little bit to accommodate for these different products coming out? This also turns back to a lot of people not wanting to get on Nestle products because of the questionable ways that they operate their business. The impact on animals and even human rights in the way they operate is very questionable. And a lot of people stay away from Nestle products because they are not vegan friendly company, but they do actually have vegan friendly products available. So, you know, should these products be called vegan friendly or should they be called plant-based? Because vegans are looking to reduce all animal abuse impacts onto their environment, onto the animal welfare as well. It is interesting as well, Nestle has released a vegan friendly Milo, but they haven't labeled it vegan friendly, they've labeled it plant-based because they know that there is a big high chance of their product being cross-contaminated, and because of those aforementioned reasons, they are not a vegan company. You know, maybe that is the push for a lot of these products are saying vegan friendly, vegan circle on the boxes, they should actually say plant-based. And of course, there are a lot of social influencers out there at the moment who are blurring the lines of that vegan label as well. Sure, you know a bunch of different influencers who are no longer vegan because of certain reasons to their health, but really it kind of begs the question, were they actually vegan to begin with? Vegan stretches a lot more than just your health. You know, you're doing it for animal welfare, the environment, and much more. So to quickly just snap your fingers and say you are no longer vegan kind of begs the question if they were vegan for the right reasons. So overall, it does really come down to, does that vegan label lost all meaning, and is it now just more of like a buzzword people are opting onto? You know, it has lost the meaning. People are just thinking that vegan is to do with the food and not actually like the environment impact and the welfare of the animals. I feel like there is no real way to be fully vegan unless you live off the grid, you produce your own, you know, fruit and veg, you shop at vegan only companies who produce vegan only products. Then it comes back to vegan society stating as far as possible and practical, as long as we are doing our best, are we still considered vegan? At the moment, I do love having the vegan label, but then I am starting to second guess whether I am actually vegan because of some of these things where I do have palm oil, I do eat food from non-vegan companies, and I do shop at non-vegan companies as well, but I do opt for all the vegan options. So I don't know, maybe in the coming months I may get rid of that vegan dad label and just opt for the Jack Rock label only, move away from that label and having people second guess where I stand as a vegan. Anyway, I'd really love to hear your impact. This is a little bit different, a little bit deeper than what I normally talk about in my topics, but I'd be really interested to hear your stance on the vegan label and eating at a restaurant that isn't completely vegan. Is that against the vegan rules? Anyway, please let me know in the comments what you reckon. And if you enjoyed this little mukbang discussion about the vegan label, please let me know in the comments below. Like the video, share it around, and as always, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I didn't really spend much time eating today. I just really wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper into that vegan label and talk to you guys about that a little bit more. Really interested to hear your feedback on this topic. Anyway, I'm gonna switch it off now and enjoy this from grilled, but really interested to hear your opinion. So until next time, I will catch you guys very soon.